Ladies, how do you start learning to accept the way you look physically? I haven't done this yet, but if I could learn to stop comparing myself so heavily to every girl I see, I would be a lot better off. I realized that there is porn for every body type and there's always someone who'll watch. I'm not saying to make porn, but that there is always someone who'll love how you look, and that makes me feel nice. Also, surrounding yourself with people who radiate support and doing things that make you feel good. And #X200B. You won't always feel good about yourself, but there is no person who does feel good always. Dumped my ex-boyfriend. Not having someone constantly critique and criticize you can do a lot for you self-confidence. I then started dating someone else who is a hype man and a half and reminds me every day how beautiful and hot and sexy and pretty, and just the whole range of compliments. I have never been happier and I am as confident as ever. I have a disability and I don't walk in a typical way. That was a huge blow to my confidence growing up, plus emotionally distanced parents, so this process of loving myself took eons and eons. What made a difference to me was men liking me as a friend and finding me funny and kind. This was a huge breakthrough for me. Physically, people don't really care that much what you look like, when they like and respect you. When I realized this, I started liking myself physically. Very first step for me was to stop filtering my photos, selfies. No more Snapchat filters that alter my face shape, and no more filters that change my skin color or remove impurities. I started looking at everyone around me, who I find so beautiful, who would find flaws in themselves, that I find attractive. Then apply it to myself. I once heard this beautiful words: you are so used to your features that you fail to notice how beautiful you are to other people. But yeah, we all have our preferences. Just have to believe that it's not all about looks, and we will all have our good days. I look in the mirror. It may be human nature, but I immediately find something I don't like. But then, I make myself keep looking until I find something I like. I get mentally pumped about it. I admire it like I allow myself to admire other women without expectations or judgment, pure aesthetic appreciation. I don't let myself leave the mirror until I've given myself a genuine compliment. I watch vids that encourages women to love their flaws. Thank God for people who knew what real beauty really is about. One of my fave vids to watch is from YT of Best Dressed. Ashley, you rock. My health trumps over how my body looks. Too many people take their health for granted. Losing my uncle gave me that perspective as well. Had he been healthy, he could have survived COVID. The virus claimed him immediately. He was overweight, diabetic, a drinker, and continued socializing. Sad face. I'm not curvy, but at least I can keep up with my 5-year-old lol. Telling myself what parts of me I'm grateful for. I find that I concentrate on things I dislike often. So to balance that out, I focus on things I do like. I never really look at my eye color. Damn, that's pretty. My upper lip may be a little crooked, but you have nice full lips. When you go out into the woods and you look at trees, you see all these different trees. And some of them are bent, and some of them are straight, and some of them are evergreens, and some of them are whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. You appreciate it. You see why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light, and so it turned that way. And you don't get all emotional about it. You just allow it. You appreciate the tree. The minute you get near humans, you lose all that. And you are constantly saying, you're too this, or I'm too this. That judging mind comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees. Which means appreciating them just the way they are. Ram Dass. This is maybe the most important thing we will read today. I always think, would I say these ugly things to my closest friend, that I say to myself every day in the mirror? Never. Why is so much easier to accept the imperfections in the people you love but never in yourself? I'm still learning to be a best friend to myself. Heart. I have been trying to find solution to this question for quite some time. I am imperfect. I am very thin. I tried a lot to change my body, but it just doesn't work. I feel I am prettier when I'm naked, but when I put on clothes, I feel my beauty disappears. I don't like my body with clothes on, and I'm trying to accept that's how it's gonna be. I just woke up one day and decided, F it. This is the body I was given and one I'll have for the rest of my life. I might as well start accepting it. When we put ourselves down physically, it's really unfair to our bodies who work so hard to keep us healthy and immune to diseases. Got busy in life. Got older with too much to do to worry about that shit. Now I only have a few fucks to give, and the bare minimum of fucks are allocated to my looks. Cosplaying my plaguesona sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart. This is much easier said than done, but I spent literal years internalizing this. My worth is not based on how attractive I am. This was super hard for me to realize as I grew up in a very conservative religion and culture where you're told over and over again your purpose in life is only to find a husband and have his babies, so you must be attractive. After a lot of therapy, and leaving the community, I realized, hey, I kick ass at a lot of things, and I have great traits and talents completely unrelated to my appearance. And people who wouldn't be friends with me, date me because they aren't attracted to how I look. I don't want to be around people like that anyway. If you're in shape, it's not so bad. I can't change the specific things I don't like about my face, plastic surgery maybe someday though. But keeping my weight under control makes all the difference. A good social media cleanse really helped me with this. I unfollowed everyone who was directly paid to look a certain way and those who made it their full-time occupation, models and some influencers. I started following body-positive creators and found it very educative so far. Maybe it's a capitalist mindset, but I do tell myself often that I don't need to look the same way as people who literally get paid to look a certain way and can make it their occupation. I became more aware of the very narrow body image norm I have grown up with and actively question whether something is representative ever since. Also, working towards health and fitness goals that go beyond looks helps me to appreciate all the things my body is capable of regardless of beauty standards. I listen to I Love My Body by Maya Rudolph at least twice a week, especially when I'm heading to the gym. I also find something to compliment in myself and both of my daughters before we leave for the day, and I say all three out loud so they hear me being positive to my body as well as them, although their compliments are usually, I love how you got ready so easily this morning. Thanks for being a team player. And mine is, I love how the shirt looks on me this morning. It is body positivity central in my house because I want my girls to be as secure as I can make them and I lead by example. By making a daily effort to continue to keep as fit as I can. That's it. I'm 65 and have 48-year boyfriend. I feel okay about my body and I'll keep doing whatever I have to do to feel like that. I don't go overboard. Just enough so I feel okay. I also believe looking after yourself is showing respect to your partner. It works both ways. This may be a more negative, but ultimately positive, way to think of it. But when I was much younger, I would look at a woman I considered much more beautiful than I am. Then I would pick it apart. If I suddenly got her exact face, body, hair, would I be happy with my looks? Ultimately, the answer was no. If the person was petite, I would realize, but I like being tall. If their hair was gorgeous and straight and flowing, I would think, but then my hair will never be naturally wavy again. It really made me think about what I love about myself. I just wouldn't be me without my quirky, imperfect looks. And it's a package deal, just like everyone else's. I stopped wearing makeup every day. I'll wear it sometimes if I feel like it. But not wearing it helped me get over the anxiety of being out in public or being on a date and not having my face be perfect. I used to use makeup to make myself look prettier, and now I realize that I don't need makeup to do that for me. Accepting my bare face has helped me accept the rest of my body too. If I'm not insecure about the first thing I present to people, why should I be insecure about the rest? I also stopped wearing bras, and I have huge boobs. I don't know if it was fighting the insecurity of walking around knowing that people know that you don't have a bra on or what. But it really has helped me accept and love the shape of my body and what I have to offer. Buy some lingerie and take some sexy pics. I did it and when I look at the pics I'm like damn and usually I despise my body. It was easy, just set up the timer on my phone and put on some light for shadows and done. My latest epiphany is that I look exactly like my mom did when she was young. I love my mom and have never questioned her beauty, so why question my own? I'm honored to look like the most amazing person I've ever met. When I realized that I don't think other people's appearance matters, so why should mine? I overanalyze every little inch of my body all the time, so I try to think about how other people see me and how I see other people. When I see other women I don't analyze every little angle and curve, I look at them as a whole, so I try to remind myself that others look at me how I look at others. I often find myself worrying what other people think, so that definitely helps. I think for a lot of women it's an ongoing battle because we're almost programmed to compare ourselves to others. One of the things I did that helped me so much was to purchase clothing that worked for my body type. I'm short with muscular legs, butt and a large chest. So something that works on a tall and slender woman doesn't always work on me. I also found that when I was weight lifting a lot that I found myself more attractive with muscle tone. I'm like almost there. It helps that my features have been finally being accepted in recent years. Fuller lips, bigger thighs, non-pencil eyebrows, non-pale skin. But also, I just adorn myself in cute-ass earrings and lipstick, and dyed my hair a fun color. So then I have to feel good about myself. The only hang-up right now is that I weigh more than I did when I first came to college, but I usually still feel pretty and don't let my stomach get to me. Personally, by taking good care of myself, eating as healthy as possible and going easy on myself when I have sugar, carbs and fats. Also, exercising regularly. These things make me feel like my body looks exactly as it should. I'm grateful for it taking care of me. Ugly is a lie, invented to make someone else feel superior. There is no ugly. There's different. There's unique. And there's beauty to be found in all of us. We are a mix of the good and bad, but we convince ourselves others must not have the bad. But we all have the ugly. None of us are perfect. Beyoncé got cheated on. The Queen of England got cheated on. Jennifer Aniston got cheated on. There's always a unique feature in someone else, that we will not possess. You can go under the knife. You can change every inch of you. You can become perfect, today and by tomorrow. The world will think something else is perfect. The secret is, we're all already perfect. And loving yourself, is acknowledging that, ugly is a lie. I think of it this way, would an average man be fretting so much about his appearance as I was? No. So why should I? Why should I always be worried about looking beautiful? I used to do everything, dieting, gym, waxing, nails, makeup. And I was still spending hours looking up skincare and cosmetics to improve. When I let those things go, I actually found the time to do rewarding things, goals I wanted to accomplish in life. And it felt so good doing things isn't of giving a shit about how I looked physically. Why should it be on us women to look a certain way and spend our precious time worrying about why we don't? As a first-time mama of a 7-month-old, I'm still learning to not hate the stretch marks all over my body. Sometimes I will catch myself being disgusted by them and take a second to breath and go cuddle my baby. It's just correcting your thinking. I'm sorry if this isn't the most helpful answer out there. It takes time and is a lot of hard work, but our bodies are incredible, we should love them no matter what. Accept who you are and be happy with it. Find a man who loves you on your prettiest days and your ugliest and ultimately loves you for you. I'm still struggling, but something that helped me a lot was to stop trying to hide the parts one didn't like. I was insecure about my big forehead and always wore a hat or had a fringe or something to hide it. Then I started wearing styles that exposed my full forehead. I was scared at first, but I figured that once everyone already saw it, then there's no point to hiding it. Once there was no point in hiding it, I stopped thinking about it. Now my big forehead is just a forehead. In a similar way, I was insecure about the size of my nose, which I can't hide, so I added something I liked. I got a nose ring. Sure, it arguably drew more attention, but if I looked at my nose, I saw something I liked. Had a horribly low self-esteem and spent all of my 20s destroying my body and mind with excessive junk food, alcohol and weed, and never exercising because I was convinced that I wasn't worth the effort. Woke up and decided to do better. Now I eat healthy and exercise religiously. I realized when I started focusing more on self-care after neglecting it for so long that I actually love myself and my body. Sure, I have stretch marks and flabby skin now from being obese for so long, on top of all the other flaws I used to obsess over, but hitting my rock bottom and digging myself out really made me cherish my body for what it is and what it's capable of. I feel super sexy now. Focusing on what your body can do can help you appreciate it more. Does your body let you walk and enjoy the outdoors? Did your body give birth and feed a baby? Are your arms strong to carry your toddler? Etc. I stopped altering my appearance in all aspects. No makeup at all. That has been very, very freeing and rewarding. Why would I filter my face? To help me feel better about my imperfections? Covering them doesn't do that. Not looking like my real self doesn't do that. Learning to be okay as I am. I truly believe most women should stop wearing it. I learned to love my body for what it's capable of rather than how it looks. Lots of strength training and gym time to get there, as well as taking up competitive weightlifting. I complimented my favorite features every day and then went from there. I then learned to love every feature of mine regardless of the flaws. Words of affirmations can really change your perspective, and also looking for other women who have similar features to you helps as well. Having that representation is important, which is why I wish there were more models with features that aren't deemed flawless. The more you see others similar to you, the more secure you become. I stopped comparing myself to others as well. It was tricky, but once you learn to see the beauty in others while recognizing your own, it really helps. That's how it worked for me though. Not for everyone, but I truly learned to accept my way I look after I shaved my head. I think once my hair was gone I realized I had nowhere to hide my features behind. I don't wear makeup. And the world did not end and no one treated me differently, and I realized looks at just looks. I'm 5'11" and quite a big build. I'm perfectly healthy weight, but always looked at petite, shorter girls and thought, I wish I was like that, but in reality I lean to love myself because I am tall and a lot of people would kill to be tall. I just stopped looking at what I don't have and started loving what I do have. It's a little weird, but hear me out. Whenever I feel my body is not in the best shape, I try to thank my body, health, for being such a good partner in life. I could not have achieved or tried so many things in life had my body or health not supported me. I think of nourishing my body with good food, exercise and skincare, and after wondering this for a while, outer appearance feels less important in the long run. I feel blessed to have a working body since I know there must be people who would kill to have what I have. My body may not be the best, but it could be so much worse. I just stopped caring. I'm in my mid-30s. I spent too much of my life already caring what other people thought about me, and that ruined my self-esteem. I stopped using social media as much. I don't follow things that don't add value to my life. I try to treat my body well, but I don't punish myself for enjoying a slice of pizza or a glass of wine. Lots of different bodies and faces are beautiful. You aren't the weird exception, and I promise that no one notices all the little things you obsess about. I can either work on myself to change it or I can suck it up and just accept it. That you have one face and body to take care of. The only people who benefit off my insecurities are old rich white men, and I can't have that. I just exist until I die.